landing party of 7 federal officials launched a full-scale attack on the island of Alcatraz today. Amid reports there were 14 Indians on the island trying to take it over. The regional administrator of the General Services Administration arrived with his legal staff and 2 federal policemen. They hitched a ride with the Coast Guard and a swarm of news people in the quest to reclaim the island for the U.S. government. They had been told by the caretaker that Indians were afoot, though he wasn't sure where. The island is 22 acres, and its future is uncertain in the hands of the federal government or the city of San Francisco. Yesterday, a group of Indians had tried to dramatize what they considered their sorry plight by going to the island, claiming it, and leaving. Sometime later, no one is saying when or how, another group of Indians arrived to spend the night. No one could find them. The caretaker tried to steer the jovial search party in the right direction, but there was no sign, not even a footprint. The warden's house, the old factory, the beaches were explored, and it began to look as though this were a hoax. But then the woods came alive, and Indians, 11 men and 3 women, emerged, ready to sign a treaty with the white man. They had had enough of the rock and not enough food. They had spent the night in 3 groups, some of them in the main cell block of the old federal prison. Their leader, Richard Oakes, a 27-year-old San Francisco State student, met the federal official on the dock and read a 3-page letter. The Indians, he said, were reclaiming part of the island that was rightfully theirs and intended to set up a nation on it.
And hereby offer the following treaty. We will purchase said Alcatraz Island for $24 in glass beads and red cloth, a precedent set by the white man's purchase of a similar island about 300 years ago. We know that $24 in trade goods for these 16 acres is more than was paid when Manhattan Island was sold, but we know that land values have risen over the years. Our offer of $1.24 per acre is greater than the 47 cents per acre the white man is now paying the California Indians for their land.
Okay, so in presenting this to me, what do you want me to do with it? Do you have anything in mind?
Hold on to it.
Okay.
React to it.
Okay. What are your plans now?
I guess we can go home.
Okay, do you need a lift?
Sure do.
Come on.
The administrator decided this would be the end of the incident, no prosecution as long as there was no resistance. For the Indians, including 22-year-old Lanata Means, it had been an uncomfortable night.
It was cold and dark, yet it was...
The water was cold, too.
It was scary.
What about hunger? Were you hungry?
Yeah, well, we didn't eat all day anyway because we were busy down here on the wharf trying to get out.
Was it worth it as far as you're concerned?
I think it was if things happen so that we can get our university and our island. If it isn't, then we'll probably do it again.
The Battle of Alcatraz was over, and the Indians had made their point. No one seemed mad yet, but there was talk of repeating the incident if no changes are apparent. Spencer Michaels, KCRA News, San Francisco Bay. This all seems like it happened once before. Indians on Alcatraz, parties of federal officials and newsmen going out to find them. The first time it was funny.
The last time we set up something, now we're going to carry it forth. We're implementing the ideas of what we put forth the last time.
And what are those ideas, essentially?
The idea is to basically to do something constructive for the Indian people, which hasn't been done in the last several hundred years.
On Alcatraz Island, what can you do constructive?
Carry on a program, an Indian education program that couldn't be carried on under the educational system that we have now.
I believe there are 90 so Indians on the island at the present time. I believe after talking to them, they do not intend to leave, at least today. And I'm heading back to San Francisco now to give consideration of what action the federal government might take.
Will they be arrested?
I'm not prepared to say that.
1.5 years.
We're not leaving this island until we get from this government a deed to the land.
Do you think there's any possibility of that at all?
The United States government, I guess, negotiated this morning something about Okinawa. If they're going to start giving land away, they should start with the American Indian people.
What are you going to do exactly when they come out here?
We won't be around.
You're probably subject to arrest, of course, and you painted on a building. Someone could claim that was defacing government property or some such thing. Are you prepared to face charges?
We are. We're prepared to stay as long as we have to.
I'm going up.